Hello and welcome back. We are going to read chapter 6 today. After lunch, I threw on my Mets baseball sweatshirt and went downstairs to wait for Papa Pete. I should mention here that I also put on pants and sneakers. I don't want you to think that I was standing in the lobby with only a sweatshirt on. Papa Pete arrived with 2 black and white cookies for us. And we set out for the Riverside Drive Park. I tucked my baseball glove under my arm while I ate the chocolate part of the cookie first. By the time we reached the park, the only thing left was icing on my fingers. We found a place on the grass right next to the basketball courts. Papa Pete tossed me the ball, and I caught it. No problem. It wasn't hard because I was really close to him. "Back up, Hanky," he said after a few minutes. "I'm going to toss you some heat." "Not too fast, Papa Pete," I said, being careful to keep my voice down. You know, my eyes and my hands are not always friends. "Why are you whispering?" he asked me. "Oh, no reason," I shrugged. "This wouldn't have anything to do with, zombies, could it?" He raised one eyebrow. I laughed a little too hard. Okay, way too hard. "You've got to be kidding me," I said. Papa Pete nodded. I think he knew what I was really scared of. Papa Pete always knows everything about me. "Well, we're here to have fun, so let's do it," he said. "Just back up a little more, Hanky. Every couple of throws, you can back up another step. Pretty soon, you'll be catching and throwing like a major leaguer." We tossed the ball back and forth. I dropped some of the balls. To be honest, I dropped most of them. But Papa Pete didn't mind. He just smiled and said, "Good try." I took another few steps back, and Papa Pete threw me a real smoker. He has a good arm for a grandpa. Just as I stretched up in the air to catch it, I heard a mean-sounding voice shout, "I got this one, Zipperbutt!" From out of nowhere, Nick McKelty had zoomed right in front of me. Where had he come from? He held his claw-like hand up in the air and snagged the ball just before it reached my glove. "That's how you catch a ball, ding-dong," he snarled. "Excuse me, young man," Papa Pete called him. "My grandson and I are having a catch here." "You call this having a catch?" McKelty snickered. "I call it tossing around meatballs." "Who brought you here?" Papa Pete asked, giving Nick a stern eye. "My dad. We just came from checking out his new bowling alley. It's going to have 150 lanes. Oh, and did I mention the balls glow in a million different colors? It's so bright you can bowl in the dark." "Are you sure you're not making some of this up?" Papa Pete asked him. I wanted to blurt out that McKelty was nothing but a big bully and a liar, but I didn't want to raise my voice in case of zombies. "I've heard about this new bowling alley," Papa Pete said. "In fact, I've been looking forward to starting a bowling league in the neighborhood. Maybe I'll go discuss it with your father." "My dad's over there on the basketball court," McKelty said. "He's the one making all the slam dunks." "Actually, he's the short guy who keeps dropping the ball," I told Papa Pete. "Why don't you two boys toss the ball around while I talk with your dad?" Papa Pete said. "I'll be back before you can say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers." "Why would I want to say that?" McKelty said. Obviously, the big lug had never heard of Mother Goose. Papa Pete walked over to the basketball court. Instead of backing up for a catch, McKelty came really close to my face and flashed me a crooked smile. "So, Zipperhead, you almost wet your pants last night, didn't you?" "I don't know what you're talking about, Nick." "I saw you covering your eyes during Attack of the Zombies. You were so scared, I thought you were going to cry. I bet you had zombie dreams, too." "Who told you that?" I frowned, making my voice sound angry, just like my dad's does when he looks at my report card. "I know these things," McKelty said. "You don't know anything," I insisted. "I wasn't scared." "That's good, Zipperbutt, because I wouldn't want you to be afraid of that old zombie sitting on the bench over there." My eyes darted to the park bench. A very wrinkled man was sitting there eating a brown banana. A large bandage covered one eye and part of his face. "That's One-Eyed Gilbert," McKelty whispered in my ear. "The bandage is holding his face on. If you take it off, his eye falls out and his cheeks slide right off his face. The man's face did seem kind of gray and loose. I didn't want to believe McKelty, but I could feel myself shivering, and it wasn't even cold out. He's getting ready for tonight, McKelty went on. Those zombies always come out on Halloween. When they catch you, they bite you. And then you turn into one of them. Everyone? I asked. He nodded. Everyone they can catch. They especially like old people. They always go for them first. A woman pushing a baby stroller walked by. The baby was crying. See that baby? McKelty whispered. I happen to know his real name is Meatbag, but they call him Zombs for short. He's a baby zombie. Their bite is the worst. Their little baby teeth are sharp as needles. Before I could answer, the baby picked up his bottle and threw it right at me. It hit me in the elbow. Oh no, he's tagged you, McKelty whispered. You better watch out, and watch out for that grandpa of yours too. He's an easy target. The baby's mom asked if I would pick up the bottle and hand it to her. I didn't want to touch it, just in case it had zombie cooties. So I picked up a stick and shoved the bottle towards her. Where are your manners? She said. I didn't answer her. I couldn't. I was busy staring at her zombie baby. She picked up the bottle herself and quickly pushed the stroller away from us. I looked around for Papa P. He was just leaving the basketball court and walking over to us. Careful, Nick the Tick said, pointing to a skinny black dog that was playing under the tree nearby. You don't want to go near him. Zombie dogs are bad news. Zombie dogs? I didn't even know there were such a thing, I heard myself saying. They're the worst. They don't care what kind of brains they eat. Squirrel, spider, I bet that guy is just about to pounce on the next squirrel he sees. Suddenly, the dog jumped to his feet and started to bark at the little squirrel in the tree. I could see his black gums and sharp teeth. It's okay, boy, I tried to whisper, but my voice cracked with fear. The dog turned towards me, and his bark changed into a growl. A low growl that sounded like a moan, a zombie moan. I started to shake all over. And tomorrow we will see what happens in Chapter 7. See you tomorrow.